Hi guys, I Aziz welcome you to Codemaster, and in this video I am going to talk about this interesting problem. So let's get started. Alright, let's see this problem. The problem is given as we are given a rope of size n and our task is to cut this rope into maximum number of pieces such that each piece is a length of either A, B or C. So to better understand this problem, let's see this example. So in this example, the size of rope is 5 and the value of A, B and C is 2, 5 and 1. Okay. So let's take the value of A first. So if I make a cut of size 2, then we end up with a rope of size 3. Okay. And if we again make a cut of size 2, then we end up having a rope of size 1. So if we make two cuts of size 2 and size 2, we end up having a rope with size 1. So in this case, the maximum cut we can make is 2 only. Although we have other option also. After making a cut of size 2, we can also make a cut of size 1 also. Okay. But I am using these just to give you an example and just for the sake of understanding of this problem. So if we take B equal to 5 here, in this case the value of n is already 5 and the value of B is also 5. So in this case we cannot make any cut. So maximum number of pieces we can make out of this rope is 1. Okay. And if we take value of C is 1, then in this case we can make multiple cuts out of this rope. So in this case we can make multiple cuts of size 1 and we end up getting maximum number of rope of size 1 is equal to 5. Okay. So this means we can cut the rope maximum into 5 pieces of size 1. So in this problem it is not compulsory that we have to cut all the pieces of size 2 or only 5 or only 1. You can cut one piece of size 2, you can cut second piece of size 5 and you can cut third piece of size 1. Okay. I have took this example just for the sake of understanding of this problem. So I hope guys now you understood this problem really well. So now let's move on to the next part of this video where we are going to see what is the approach we are going to use to solve this problem. So as we have to solve this problem recursively, we care about only two things. And you already know that in recursion we care about only two things. First is the least amount of work we can do, and the second thing is smallest input we can pass to a function to break the recursion. Okay. So let's see this example. In this example, the size of rope is given as n is equal to 23. And the size of pieces are given as A equal to 11, B equal to 9 and C equal to 12. Now if we consider the rope, then the least amount of work we can do here is we can make the first cut of the rope. Okay. So here we are making 3 cuts. One of size 11, second one of size 9 and third one of size 12. And then we have to simply repeat the same process. This is what we do in the recursion usually. So after making 3 cuts, we end up getting rope of size 12, 14 and 11. And then we are again going to repeat the same steps. And we again make a cut of 11, 9 and 12. Now the size of rope becomes 1, 3 and 0. Okay. And again if we are going to follow the same steps on 1 and 3, we end up getting negative numbers. Why negative? Because the length of remaining rope is 1. And we are going to make a cut of size 11. So in this case 1 minus 11 is going to be negative number. Okay. But in case of 12 you can see that the size of rope is 12 and we make a cut of 12. So we end up getting rope of size 0. Okay. This means our rope finished. Now we do not have any remaining rope so that we can make further cuts. Okay. So now see here that here the size of rope is 14. And again we are going to make 3 cuts of size 11, 9 and 12. Okay. In case of 11 we end up getting rope of size 3. In case of 9 we get 5. In case of 12 we get 12. Now if I try to make further cuts, we end up getting negative numbers here. Because the size of remaining rope is 3, 5 and 2. But the size of cuts is 11, 9 and 12. Right. So here also we are getting negative. Here also we are getting negative and here also we are getting negative. Only in this case we are getting positive, that is 0. Okay. Now in case of 11, again we are going to make 3 cuts of size 11, 9 and 12. We end up getting rope of size 0, 2 and minus 1. If we further cut this size of rope 2, then we again get the negative numbers. Okay, so basically if you closely look at this graph, you can see that we have two numbers, either we are getting -1 or either we are getting 0. Okay, and here we can see that we also need smallest input to break the recursion, right? So we can use these two numbers 0 or -1 to break the recursion. How? Let me show you. So first of all, let's understand what does it mean by 0. 0 basically means we are left with a rope with size 0. This means now we cannot make any more cut. We are done with the rope. Okay, and this is a positive sign, and we need this because we want to find the maximum number of pieces, right? So here we can say that the 0 indicates that we are done with the maximum pieces, and we cannot make more cuts. And the second thing is -1. So here -1 indicates that we are left with rope of size something that is smaller than the size of cuts, right? So for example, here the size of rope is 2, and if we further make a cut of size 11, 9 and 12, all these values are greater than 2. So -1 indicates that we cannot make more cuts because the size of rope is smaller than the size of cuts we are required to make. Okay, so we can say that these are the two conditions where we have to stop. If the size of rope becomes 0, we simply return 0. And if the size of rope is less than equal to 0, means we went till negative number, then we simply return -1. Okay, so in this case, this 3 recursive call returns -1 to this parent, and this 3 child is going to return 0 from here, -1 from here, and minus from here to this parent. Now here is the trick. Now how we are going to compute that how many cuts are successful? So we can see that one cut is here, and this is our successful cut where we reach to 0. Okay, so after getting 0, -1 and -1 from the child recursive call, we can compute the maximum of all the 3, and maximum of 0, -1 and -1 is going to 0. And if we add 1 to it, we actually get the number of cut below this node, because you can see that this is a one last cut. Okay, so 0 plus 1 is 1. Now again this 3 recursive call is going to return -0 plus 1 from here. Okay, and this recursive call is also going to return -1 because all the values are negative here, and this recursive call is also going to return 0 plus 1 to its parent. Now again this parent calculates maximum of these 3 child recursive call. So maximum of 1, -1 and 1 is 1. So it's going to add +1 to it and returns 2 to the main function. So you can see that how many maximum pieces of rope we are getting. First we are making a first cut of 11, and then we are making a second cut of 12. In this case 12 plus 11 is going to 23. So at max we are going to make 2 maximum cuts. Okay, and on the right side similarly, first we are making cut of 12 and then we are making a cut of 11. So maximum number of cuts we are getting is 2. So this means the approach is correct. And practically also you can see that there are only 2 possible ways to cut this rope. Either you make a first cut of size 11 and then 12, or you can make the first cut of size 12 and 11. In both the cases you get 23. This means you are left with a rope whose size is 0. So guys, I hope you understood this approach really well. So let me recall once again. The least amount of work we can do is just to make 3 cuts on this rope. Then we have to follow the same process on the remaining ropes. Okay, and the second thing is the smallest input we can pass to recursive function to break the recursion is, if rope size is equal to 0, then we simply return 0, and if rope size is less than 0, then we simply return -1. So now let's move on to the next section where we see how to implement this recursive approach. Now here you can see that we have a function maximum pieces, and this function is taking n as the size of rope and the size of cuts a, b and c. And inside this function we have 2 base conditions where we are checking if n is equal to 0. If n is equal to 0, return 0. If n is less than 0, then return -1. And then we are making 3 recursive call. First we are making a cut of size a, then size b, then size c. And whatever these 3 recursive function returns, we take a maximum of all the values. Okay, and then we are checking if the result meaning the maximum of all of these is equal to -1, then return -1. So here in this if condition we are handling this corner case, and here all the values are returning -1 to its parent. So in this case we have to return -1, and if the result is not -1, then we simply add +1 to it and return to its parent. So here in this case we are handling this condition. Okay, here you can see that it's going to return 0, -1 and -1 to its parent. So in this case the maximum of 0, 1, the maximum of 0, -1 and -1 is going to be 0, and we add 1 to it to return 0 plus 1 to its parent. So this is the entire implementation of this recursive approach, and I hope you understood this. So what is the time complexity of this function? Now here the time complexity depends upon the value of A, B and C. So let's say in worst case the size of rope is 5 and the size of cuts are 1, 1 and 1. So how many cuts we are going to make? We are going to make cuts 5 cuts, okay? And when we draw a recurrence tree of this given input, we end up getting 3 to the power n leaf nodes, okay? And in case of recursion, the amount of time taken by a recursive function is exactly equal to the number of leaf present in the recurrence tree. So in this case, how many leaf is going to possible? It's simple, 3 to the power n, and where 3 is the number of cuts, different values of cuts, and n is equal to 5. So if we solve this problem using this input, we end up getting 3 to the power n leaf nodes in the recurrence tree. So we can say that we don't know the exact time, but we can say that the upper bound of this piece of code of time complexity is going to be big of 3 to the power n. So I hope guys now you understood how to find maximum number of pieces of a rope such that each piece of the rope either is of size A, B and C. So guys, if you have learned something valuable from this video, then hit the like button to make the YouTube algorithm happy, and please subscribe to this channel and don't forget to click the bell icon so that my friend you never miss any upcoming video. So this is all from my side. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.